Welcome to Hammerspace Recording. My name is Trona Baban, and today we're going to have a look at the Synergy TDLX module. The TDLX module is based on like a Fender Deluxe or Fender Tweed. It's got two different settings, both channels, the blue and the red, are slightly different sounding. I have actually played this module quite a lot. I borrowed it off a friend of the channel, Leon Todd, many years ago, and I managed to probably had it for a little while just to demo and use it in some sessions. So I'm reasonably familiar with how it works, and it is a really cool representation of like a clean Fender amp. And it does get pretty gainy depending on how you set it as well. So we are going to reamp some guitar through the TDLX module. I'm going to be running my Shure standard through the Syn20IR via my Undertone Audio GB tracker for reamping. Running the Syn20IR into a Marshall 4x12 with vintage 30 speakers, mic'd with a single SM57. Let's go. All right, this is my Shure standard. I've got an Aldrich humbucker in the bridge, and I've got some Shure MLs in the neck and middle. We'll stick mostly to the neck and the bridge for this demo. Currently in the blue channel, it sounds like this. Let's start with the structure switches. I liked this in A and B and C, that's all of them. Haha. No, it's kind of a preference thing. I liked what C did to smooth out the top end a little bit. It's kind of up to you what you prefer. I might just keep it in A for the purpose of this because I didn't find it to be too bright. And I'm kind of happy to leave the reactance knob around halfway where I've liked it for a lot of modules. Interesting thing about this channel is despite the fact that the gain is only about here, I have had to crank the output volume of this channel up quite a lot. You can hear it does stay quite clean. I can clean it up even more, obviously, the lower that I run the gain. But I do get to a point where I start to run out of volume and I don't want to readjust the entire gain structure of this. Like always, the bright switches don't do very much unless the volume is sort of under about halfway. So it's in the middle position at the moment. But I push it up, it gets quite bright and spanky. Down position. Middle. I kind of like that for this sound, only because, like with no bright switching at all, only because this single coil guitar can get like a little bit sort of bright on top. But if you're running something like a Gibson style guitar with humbuckers, I think you'd probably make the most of that. So we'll leave the bright in the middle and let's just play with the tight switch. Up. Adds quite a lot of bottom end. Down. So yeah, there is quite a difference in tone that the tight switch adds. If you wanted to still run the bright cap for that extra spankiness, then the tight as well can help to balance out some of the bottom end. This is with the tight off. So much more usable. Quite nice and balanced. I'm going to put both switches back to the middle position. And let's just hear what it sounds like to crank the gain a bit. Go to the bridge humbucker. Yeah, it's really nice. Like, it's not super saturated at that gain setting. It just starts to sound a little bit crunchy and yeah, quite useful just for playing more open chord stuff. Which is quite comfortable. Something I'm really curious to try with this module, in particular in the Syn20IR, is how the clean on this channel compares to the clean channel in the Syn20IR. So what I might do is I'll balance out the gain a little bit. Go back to a cleaner tone. We'll go back to the single coil sound as well. So it's the blue channel on the TDLX. Let's go to the clean channel in the Syn20IR. They are really similar. I think with a little bit of tweaking, we could get them probably just about identical. I'd say if anything, the clean channel in the Syn20IR is maybe a little bit more scoop sounding. It feels a lot more like clean, whereas this module at the moment, the TDLX, feels like it's got just still like just a hair of edge on it. But like that, they are really, really close. Let's go to the red channel, the slightly higher gain channel. I'll set both gains to the same and put both switches in the same position, and we'll just hear what it sounds like to change channels. Red, blue, red. It's just a little bit thicker out of the box. Blue. The gain difference on this is quite noticeable as well. On the output gain, I should say. All right, let's see what the bright switch sounds like on this one. Yeah, it does exactly what you'd expect, nice and chimey. I do like what the down position does on a single coil. Like it's something brighter, but it feels a bit clearer. Whereas I'd say the up position has a lot more like lift in the top end. So you probably still find that quite usable. Let's hear the tight switch, and I'll go to the up position with the bright switch in the middle. Really thick and solid tone. We'll go to the down position. And in the middle. Yeah, the down position of this and the down position on the bright switch together sounds like this. That's a pretty cool sound. Like, it's still quite nice and chimey. It's not too bright sounding, and using that tight switch just to counteract the extra top end that's been added by the bright. It's quite a balanced tone. I do feel like the red channel has a little bit more life in it, a little bit more edge. I'm not sure what really is causing that, but I do like the way that sounds. Let's just see what we can get out of this in terms of gain. I'll back the output control down a little bit, and we'll go to the bridge humbucker. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's just see how that compares to the blue channel with full gain. Yeah, they do feel pretty similar at full gain. So yeah, they do feel pretty similar at full gain. Let's just see what happens if we crank on the tight switch on the red channel. Yeah, really big and thick and chunky. Probably for chords, not as nice, but if you were to play some like single note stuff. Yeah, it's pretty thick and over the top, but certainly a pretty cool sound. Let's just see what happens if we back the bass down a little bit. Yeah, that actually feels really nice to play. It's got that extra little harmonic that starts getting added the more you hang onto the note. Quite a satisfying tone to play. So that's the Synergy TDLX module. I want to thank Synergy again for sending me these to demo, because I've had such a great time getting to know all the modules and how they work. I think this module sounds really cool if you have something like a Syn20, like a Syn2 or a Syn1, and you just need a really great, like, clean platform. Having the Syn20IR or even the Syn30, where there's a dedicated clean channel, this module may not be as useful to you, but I think in other contexts, it's just a really great sound. And if you're building a rig like I am/was to add to the amps that you might already have in your collection, I think this is a really great option. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for checking out another video. If you haven't done so far, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.